I'm Clint with Roseburg Towing. Me and my family recently grew out of a trailer that we had actually only had for about 8 months. We had purchased it at a different location originally. Was looking for a new one. My kids went from small kids to one of them actually over 6'4" inches. In no time. I mean, it was amazing. And the one we had bunks and a little, what they call a jackknife couch, which just kind of folds down. And my daughter was going to sleep on that, and she too sprouted up, within just 8 months. And it was like, I can't believe we're already having to buy another trailer already. It was just amazing to think that, we grew out of that one so fast. So we were looking for a new one. We ended up going to, checking out different places online. And we, heard about Kamper Korner, recently getting bought out, a new ownership, and just heard a lot of great things about them. And we buzzed out here, not being too far away, luckily, and they showed us a bunch of different units. My wife fell in love with one. We brought the kids out. They fell in love with it too. They made it just super easy to deal with. We were allowed to come out, obviously, and look at it as many times as we felt comfortable with. They showed us all around the unit, gave us all the particulars, what the ins and outs were about that unit versus other units, and it was just you can tell that the staff is very knowledgeable. They really know what they're talking about, and they don't just sell them. They obviously invest time into learning all the ins and outs and so forth. I like the fact that they can work on them here. Not every location can do that, so I thought that was great. If we had any problems, we could bring it in. They did a safety check on it before we even got the unit, and it was very thorough. We have really had no problems with the unit whatsoever, and I like about that. I read a lot of stuff online before we even purchased, and there was a lot of places that once the people got home, outlets weren't working, certain things weren't working, and I did not have that, So the fact that they obviously really check the units out before they go back out on the road meant a lot to us as a family, because that could really ruin somebody's vacation, obviously. But yeah, it was just super easy to work with. They made a lot of contact with me. We obviously had a unit that we needed to trade in, so there was a lot of back and forth talk and pictures being sent back and forth, and I believe, I could be wrong, but I think they even had our unit sold before we picked up our unit. So the whole transaction for everybody all the way around, I think, was great. Our unit wasn't that old, obviously. We'd only been taken out a couple of times, so it was like brand new. And so somebody else was obviously getting a good unit. It just was too small for us. I guess the highlight I could say would be the communication. The communication was great. The salesman was in constant contact with me. We really appreciate that. All along the way, keeping us informed on what's going on. And obviously once we purchased it, the unit had to go in for that inspection. They were keeping us up to date on how that was going. Just the fact that the communication was so great was definitely a highlight for us. And just the overall experience, just everybody with the staff was friendly. They have a lot of stuff here that you can purchase for the unit to take home with you, so you're pretty much ready to go. And it's nice having all that, having a store here, just everything. I mean, when you're load up and go, you literally can just go camping from here, and enjoy yourself.
Kamper Korner Family RV Center, just off I-5 in Roseburg, and just before Wildlife Safari in Winston.